Hi dear students, welcome back to computer science class. We have already learned how to work with Python interactive mode or shell mode, and we have done 2-3 programs using one of the modes provided by Python IDLE, integrated development learning environment. And we have one more mode, one more option for working with Python programs, especially large programs, that is Python editor mode or Python script mode. So just before heading to Python editor mode or script mode, let's look at more about shell, more about Python interactive or Python interactive mode or Python shell mode. Okay, yes. So here we look at which are the options available in the interface. Okay, Python shell mode or interactive mode interface. So first, Python shell mode offers a drop down menu as well as 3 greater than symbols, and it's called what? Command prompt or simply prompt. And just after that you can followed by what? A blinking cursor, right? A blinking cursor indicates it's ready to accept user inputs. Yes, so it is provided with drop down menu as well as 3 greater than symbols. It's called command prompt or simply prompt. Then which allows scroll back to previous commands, we can it offers cut, copy, paste and paste to modify the data, which offers cut, copy and paste to modify the data, plus what it can set back to, it can scroll back to the previous commands. Okay, yes. Then menu items, these are the menu items or menu options: file, edit, shell, debug options, windows and help. These are the options available there in Python interactive mode or Python shell mode: file, edit, shell, debug options, windows and help. Then edit mode, in edit mode normally every software provides edit options like undo, redo, cut, copy, select all, paste, find and replace. These are the options in almost all the editors, right? So here also Python shell mode or interactive mode provides all these options in edit option, edit menu. Okay, yes. Now it's debug, it's provided with debugging options. Debugging means identifying and rectifying errors, right? Identifying and removing errors, making the code error free. That's what actually bug means, error. Debugging means the process of removing, identifying and removing errors. Okay, yes. So debug menu offers some debugging options. Then options gives us configuration to configure Python IDLE. Okay, it's what offers provisions for configuring IDLE, integrated development learning environment. Then help is used for helping in documentation. So help provides us help and documentation. Documentation in the sense it gives all the information regarding the software or the kind of things, right? Additional features, everything will be mentioned there in the how to install, how to work with, all those kind of things will be mentioned here in the documentation. Means all the information regarding how to work with the software as well as additional functionalities provided with the software, everything will be defined or things will be given here in documentation. So these are the menus available here in what? Python shell mode or interactive mode. Okay, let's look at once again. So Python shell mode, it consists of a drop down menu as well as a command prompt, then which allows us to scroll back to the previous command, cut, copy, paste and modify data. Okay, modify items. Yes. Then a menu, okay, menu which consists of what? Options for menu options: file, edit, shell, debug options, windows and help. Edit, file for what? File contains new, open, save as, all those kind of things. Okay, it's just like a normal editor software. Yes. Then edit, undo, redo, cut, copy, select all, paste, find and replace, debugging options, correcting and finding and correcting errors. Okay, removing errors. Options for configuring IDLE, interactive development learning environment. Of course, finally help is used for help and documentation, right? Yes. So this is all about working with more about what? Python shell mode or interactive mode. Now it's time to look at Python editor mode, or we can say script mode. Actually, what is a script? Script is something like text, right? Huge amount of text, we can say more amount of text. Of course, that's what a script is. Okay, you know, manuscript, right? It's a content, simply content, that's it. Okay, yes. So here you know the limitations of actually we cannot say it's limitations because it's built such a way, okay, to just to test or just to check, okay, Python commands. That's the purpose of what? Python shell mode or interactive mode. And using Python shell mode or interactive mode, there we have no provision for holding or saving data, right? The input, what we are typing, which cannot be saved, or we cannot add more than one. So for the purpose of developing softwares, or for the developer adding provision means it gives us the provision for adding multiple statements. Actually, software consists of large number of codes, right? Right? Yes, a number of codes will be there in a software, so which is not supported by Python shell mode or interactive mode. And for the purpose of adding multiple lines or many lines, we have to use Python editor mode or Python script mode. Okay, yes. So interactive mode, which has no provision for holding or saving commands, saving SQL what Python statements or Python commands, but Python editor mode supports or Python script mode supports multiple lines, or we can save and we can hold whatever. Okay, yes. So how to take it? You know how to work with script mode, right? How to work with shell mode or interactive mode. Command prompt, you will type it, execute it, you will type the next, execute it, type the next, execute it. That's a procedure, right? One at a time. But here we can have multiple lines, multiple codes, statements. So just go to file, you just take new file, okay, new file. Then after opening, a window will be displayed, okay, a new file will be displayed with the default name untitled. You know, it's everywhere, everywhere it is untitled, the name. Okay, if you're not giving any name, it will be what displayed as untitled. So at the time of saving your Python file, it can be saved as something with a name, first, second, or test, whatever it is. Okay, yes. So here is the first step. After going to file, take new file, go to file, take new file. Then with a default name untitled, a file will be displayed, a window will be displayed. Then you can start typing the statements. Okay, you can start typing the statements. There will not be any command prompt or the blinking cursor. Okay, blinking cursor will be there, but there won't be the command prompt. Okay, yes. So here we have added 4 statements, 4 SQL commands. Not SQL, Python commands. Okay, Python statements. Yeah. Print, this is my first program. You know, print is a function. This is my first program. Second statement, print using Python script mode. Third statement, print, its advantages over interactive mode, interactive. Then last statement, print, it saves the statements, right? It saves the statements. Yes. So these are the 4 print functions or 4 commands or Python statements which are applied, which are passed to the function print, right? Yes. So we have completed typing. That's it. We have opened the file. Then we have typed these 4 statements. Okay. Yes. Then what is the next step? You have to save it. After completing typing process, you have to save it. So just go to file. You can see save the file. Okay. File menu. You can see save as, or you can go for save, whatever it is. You can go for either save or save as. Then extension. It must be .py or .pyw. It must be .py or .pyw. Even if you are not saving even if you are not saving it using .py or .pyw, it will be automatically saved as .py. .py for Python. That's it. Okay. Yes. So it will be automatically saved as .py. Instead, you are changing .py to something else. Otherwise, it will be saved as Python file. Okay. So this is the extension for Python file .py or .pyw. Okay. Yes. Then you can go for run or execute. We have completed typing, we have completed saving. Now you can execute the file. Okay. Now you can execute the SQL Python commands, Python statements. Okay. Yes. So you can go for execute or run. There is a menu, run menu, right? Run menu. You can go for run module. There is an option. There is a menu called run menu. Run. Okay. And we have an option run module. Run module or F5. F5 is a shortcut. You can press F5. Okay, that's a shortcut for execution or running. You know what actually running is? Running is the process of getting the result, right? We have already completed coding process, and running or execution is a process of getting the result. That is what interpreter does. Interpreter do. Okay, yes. So yes, even the input is in script mode. Even if we are working with the script mode or editor mode, the output will be displayed only in shell mode. That's another feature. Okay, we are not getting the result. We are not getting the result printed here in script mode. It's printed there in the shell mode. Okay, it's printed only in the shell mode. Hope you get it. At the time of working with shell mode or interactive mode, the result will be displayed soon after executing the statement. Then means output will be the next to the input. Output will be next to the input, right? Here when we are working with the editor mode or the script mode, when you complete a typing, you will save it, using .py or .pyw extension. After that, you'll go for running or execution. There is an option run, okay, then run module or F5 can be pressed, okay, then it will be getting executed and the result will be displayed there in the interactive mode or in the shell mode. Hope you get it. Yes, we are not getting the result here in the script mode itself, okay, we are directed to that mode, shell mode or interactive mode, okay. So this is how we can work with Python editor mode or Python script mode. Script means you can think it of as multiple statements, okay. Here in the shell mode or interactive mode, we could add only one statement, right, only one statement. But here in Python script mode or editor mode, we can have multiple statements. So we are making use of this mode for performing operations, for doing our Python programs, because there will be multiple statements in our program. For a software, there will be multiple lines of code, LOC, okay, multiple lines of code must be there, otherwise we couldn't perform multiple functionalities, right? Okay, yes. So this is the way we can work with script mode or editor mode. Let's have a quick revision. Interactive mode, no provision for holding or storing data, saving data. Then just working with Python editor or script mode, you have to go to file, new file, then opening untitled, that's a default name, okay. Then type the statements, okay, Python commands, these are the commands. Then save the file, you can save it as .py extension, okay, using then run menu, okay, run module F5, then it will be even if the input is in script mode, output will be in shell mode, okay. Yes, then after executing the result, there will be for statement to be printed, you know it, right? Print is a function for printing something. Yes, so this is my first program will be displayed using Python script mode. It is advantages over interactive, okay, it will be printed as such. That's it, okay. Yes, then our last topic, exiting Python. So just after completing our Python program, you can exit out of the software or the ideally, right? You can exit out of the ideally, you can close it, or you can make use of any of these commands, okay, any of these options. Exit Python command prompt, okay, we are using either Control plus Z for exit, or enter key, or you have two functions, or you can press enter key, okay, it will be exit. Yes, then we have two functions, quit and exit, okay, quit and exit. You can just type quit function or exit function, you will be exit out of the Python mode or Python ideally, okay. And if it is not working properly, you can make use of this, import sys sys.exit. Sys is system file, okay. So you have to import sys first. Import sys means this is a built-in functionality. You have to import it to your program because exit function is available here in sys. So if you want to execute exit function, you have to import sys to the program. Sys is defined somewhere else, so you have to bring it to the program. That's what we have done with import sys first, okay, import sys. After that, using sys, the keyword sys dot exit, we can exit, means it will be exit out of the program, okay. So this is how we can exit out of the program. So these are the topics comes under our first chapter, getting started with Python, okay. Let's have a super fast revision on these topics, okay. It's all about Python programming. We know Python is a computer programming language. It's a programming language used to develop the front end of a software, especially the GUIs, okay. So we know computer is a versatile machine in the sense it can perform very variety of tasks, right? But computer being a machine has no capacity to think on its own, have no capacity to get into a decision on its own, okay. So we have to instruct the machine what to do, how to do, all those kind of stuff are defined by the user or the programmer. So that is the important aspect of when we consider ourselves as a programmer, right? We have to instruct the machine what to do, how to do things, right? Yes. So we instructing machines with the help of programming languages. So just like normal natural languages, we have computer programming language just to interact with the machine. So in just like learning a normal programming language, natural programming, here also we are following the same steps, like learning alphabets, then numbers, then making words, then making sentence, paragraph, essay, that kind of procedure to be followed here in the case of computer programming language as well. So basics, okay. Then we have seen the basics of Python. The father of Python is Gerdau van Rossum, and for he has developed it in 1991, okay, at National Research Institute of Maths in Netherlands, and it's based on basic ABC language, okay, and it's inspired from Monty Python's Flying Circus, the most famous BBC comedy show, right? Yes. And okay, that's the basics of Python programming language. Then we have seen the features as well as the advantages. Features like Python is interactive, interpreted, simple, easy to learn, extensible, extendable, free, open source, which offers high productivity, less learning time is required, portable, then it's very flexible, of course, we know that, okay. Then of course, it's platform independent. These are some of the features, and these features make the Python programming the most commonly used programming language in all the works of computer programming language, in what general programming as well as modern days latest programming trends as well, okay. Yes, so after that we have seen Python IDLE, working with Python IDLE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. It's for learning purpose. We have another one, ID, Integrated Development Environment, somewhat a professional standard one, okay. Yes, you can use it later, okay. Yes, then Python, it offers two modes, Python interactive mode or shell mode, and second one, editor mode or script mode. And we have worked with interactive mode first, or shell mode first. It provides us with 3 greater than command prompt and blinking cursor, ready to accept, okay. Yes, we can type execute after typing the command, press enter, it will be getting executed, so on, okay. So we cannot there is no provision for saving or doing something, saving or holding data, okay, input output whatever it is. Yes, then we have seen Python is case sensitive, right? Python is case sensitive. We have seen with an example, print P in caps will not be executed, the name is not defined, like an error will be displayed, okay. Yes, after that we have seen the print functions syntax, right? There we have two parameters, sep and end. Sep is used for separating, right? And we have changed that the value of sep, it should be added at the end, and the end means ending, the last, okay. We have applied with the string cat, cow, all those kind of, okay, data strings, okay. Then we have worked with what the editor mode today, more about Python shell mode and editor mode. And editor mode offers us the provision for saving data. You can execute it, you can have multiple lines as a single program, okay. All those kind of provisions are here with Python, provided by Python editor mode or script mode, okay. So this is the one we are going to use for developing big programs, okay, for our syllabus programs, as well as at the time of developing a software or in a project, we using this script mode because it supports multiple lines, that's simple, okay. Then you have to open file new, then you have to type the content, then you have to save it .py.pyw, then you can go for executing or run module or F5, the short key, okay. Then but whatever it is, script, whichever mode you are working with, it will be executed, the output will be displayed only in shell mode, okay. Then exiting, control plus Z or enter key or quit function or exit function. If these two functions are not working, you have to use another method, alternative, import sys.exit, because sys is a built-in functionality and exit is defined there in sys, okay. Then first you have to import sys, then sys.exit. Yeah, so this is all about our first chapter, getting started with Python. As this is the introductory chapter, as this is it deals with the most fundamental, the most basic concepts, you must have a clear understanding of all the concepts, okay, because it's just a basic, it's a fundamental things, okay. So you have to go through it, you have to study very well, okay, both the theory as well as practicals, okay. You just try out maximum possible practicals, create your own, as I've told you, as I've always telling you, you just practice, you just have a custom of practicing, okay, a routine of practicing. Yes, otherwise you cannot become a good programmer, of course, you cannot become a skilled programmer. Try as much problems as you can. If you don't have any problem in your textbook, just go for creating your own problem, then solve it, that's it, okay. That's the only solution. Yeah, you will be developed, your intellect will be developing very fast, at a very faster rate, trust me, okay. Yes, so this is all for the time being. Thank you for watching. We can see next time with another very new topic, okay. So have a nice time, take care.